30 days ago, Mark Spears' Spawn cover was on fire. Did it keep up the heat, or has it cooled off? 60 days ago, Mark Spears was also bringing books back from the dead. Are they still, or did it just flatline? 90 days ago, Naruto and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were dominating the streets. Are collectors still chasing, or has the hype settled? Let's find out. 30, 60, 90, look back. Welcome to 30, 60, 90 Look Back. We're going to be going over the top book that was number one on 30 days ago, 60 days ago, and 90 days ago. We talked a little bit about Mark Spears. We're going to talk a little bit more about Mark Spears here. But let's go ahead and just dive right into it. We'll start off with that first book, Spawn 356. This book came out in 2024 for Image Comics. 60 days ago, this was the number one book in America. On January 27th, it was number one on Cover Price's list. It was top weekly sale of $40 at 9.6. It sold 51 units. The raws were going for $31 near mint, while the graded copies were going for $56 at a 9.8. As of today, the book sold on the 23rd, just yesterday, for $20 at near mint. There's been 211 sales in the last 30 days, and the price of the book has dropped from $31 to $29, so just a small dip. However, the graded copy has gone up $1 to $57. The highest sale of this book was $60, and that was on January 17th. And we only have 16 slabs recorded. Just to let you know, 15 of them are 9.8s.
Yeah, and like we were talking about before, I have a alert on eBay for this because if I can get it for $60, I'm in. And there hasn't been one notification yet. So these people that have the 16 are not selling them right now.
Yeah, they're holding on to them. But it's a book that's been on the top 10 list numerous times. We've been covering this book a lot. It was number one a month ago. And though $40 and 9.6 is it's not bad. $60, 9.8s right now. What do you think?
I'd buy one.
Mm-hmm. For the cost of slabbing it too, right? You're talking about $35, $40 slabbing it. You're getting their price worth. Okay.
Yeah, some of these books we'll see how they hold up after a year, but it's a great cover. It looks good. It's a Spawn book. Can't really go wrong for that price in my mind.
Yeah, and Spawn books have a tendency of holding their value. They really do. When you look at Spawn books, they have they just don't go under. They stay on peak level. They might dip a little bit, but they don't go to the point that they're super affordable.
Yeah.
Right. Let's take a look at our next book, also Mark Spears. That was Return of the Living Dead #1. This came out in 2025. On January 1st, it came out officially for American Mythology Productions. On December 31st, week number 4, this book was going for $90 near mint. Weekly sales were at 90. There was 90 sales for this book. The raws were going for $13 near mint. Graded copies were going for $60 at 9.8. As of today, this book is $3. There's 264 books that was sold since that 60-day period, which in turns the fair market value of this book is at $7 near mint. However, 9.8s are going for $111, and there was a high sale of $116 on the 31st. And just like the other book, there's not that many slabs. There's only 10 recorded at the moment.
Yeah, this one we were talking about it, and I picked this one up. The distributor still had them in stock. I got it for cover price. I've read it. It's not bad. It's not what I thought. I thought it was a anthology, so a bunch of different stories. It's actually just one, and it's kind of neat. It's different. You know, it's a zombie-ish movie, but yeah, the value on this one has definitely come way down.
What do you think caused it, though?
I think the hype around monsters, because the interiors were done by him too, people were seeking out this one. And I think most people, me included, when it first came out, thought that he was doing the interiors as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what's brought this back. It's solely just the cover.
Yeah. And I heard the interiors aren't that good for this one either.
It's very it's very stylized. It's very like Saturday morning cartoony, which kind of doesn't fit as much with the content. But I thought it worked okay. Like it's not the best, but I was fine with. I've seen worse from Marvel for sure.
Well, it wasn't Marvel; it was American mythology, so it's a pretty indie book.
Yeah.
But it is a franchise. That's the other part. It's Return of the Living Dead. So you had something with the franchise. I think this was a perfect example of people pre-ordering a book and they were buying it at a higher price because it was a Mark Spears book.
Yeah.
So when the book came out, I think we had just enough copies to satisfy buyers. And that's kind of caused it. Also, we talked a little bit about the interior art. The interior art is not up to par to what we would like it to have been. So that's also a factor in play. So people care about the interior art. Would you believe that?
Can you believe it? Of a comic book? No.
What? I thought we were the slabbing, generation where we don't care what's inside. And I think that's what caused it. I think the book in itself, the cover is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think we have more that was really on demand. So we were able to fulfill the demand. And unfortunately, some people overpaid for this book. It happens, guys. I'm sorry to tell you.
It's the nature of the hobby.
Let's go to our book that was number 1 90 days ago. And that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Naruto #1 on November 25th. This book was $15 near mint. That was the top weekly sale. There was 41 sales of this book. $12 near mint was the average raw. $60 was the grade 9.8 graded book. As of today, this book is going for $20 near mint. That was the last recorded sale. 135 copies within that 90-day period were sold. This goes to about $16 raw, while 9.8s are gunning for about $65. Last high sale of this book, the highest sale of this book was $70 at a 9.8. That was January 28th. There's currently 98 slabs in the census. That's a lot of slabs
For
that came in.
Book,
Yeah.
This one, Naruto Turtles. I mean, my kid probably says Naruto at least 100 times a day, so.
Yeah, and I know there's a fan base for these books, and the fan base was what caused the sales of this book to go. The book's going for about $16 to $20. It's not too bad for the book. However, I think the slabs are better price than picking it up for a raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever you can get a book that's already graded a 9.8, like you can send them in. It's not difficult to send books in, but you're rolling the dice. You just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you never know if it's going to be a 9.6 or a 9.4. If there's a dent you didn't know about, or there's a dent in transit. That happens sometimes, unfortunately. Yeah. From what I know, it's a fun book. The series is not over. I don't even think we got issue 3 yet. But hey, there's a fan base, and as there's a fan base, and we're talking about 2 franchises here, not just Naruto. We also got the Turtles, which has some big hype too. We talked a little bit about the Turtles when we were talking about the top selling books in Copper Age, and the Turtles are definitely on top.
Yeah.
So yeah, $60. Yeah, sure. Pull the trigger if you want to. I think that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So there's your list, guys. Those are your 30, 60, 90 look back. We're going to say goodbye to the Turtles and Naruto. We'll look at Spawn and Return of the Living Dead again 30 days from now. I'm curious to see what that Living Dead book's going to look like then. I think the Spawn book's going to maintain its value.
Yeah. It's weird. Every one of those 3 books is a movie, has a movie.
Yeah, every single one of them. So they're franchise hits. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching 306090. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more comic content. Check out these other videos for even more insight, and I'll see you at the next one. Excelsior.